Hi, my name is Melissa van Dijk, and in this video I'm going to share with you my experience with the Pelcure Cream, which is also an acne treatment that includes benzoyl peroxide, mandelic, as well as lactic acid, zinc and retinol. And I do hope that with this video, as I'm also going to share some before and afters, I can help you to find a greater treatment so that it also can help you with your acne concerns as well as keep your acne at bay. Now I do want to be very specific, and I've been using the cream along with the ordinary Paula's Choice and La Roche-Posay products over the last weeks, and I've seen some major improvements since I've been including the cream into my routine. Since I do not really want to call it acne that I was suffering from, since it was like little bumps under the skin, mainly also on my forehead area, like mid-forehead area, as well as on my chin jawline area, which I never could really keep under control. They were always coming back. There was always something under the skin, and since I've been using the cream, they are completely gone. And now I'm just getting 3 to 4 random pimples, which I can deal with. Just use a spot treatment of the cream, and that's basically it. And so therefore I really want to share with you exactly how I've been using each product and also what has helped. Now, if you are not new to my channel, you know that I'm uploading daily videos, and my routine can vary so much. I mean, I'm producing daily content, and those are basically also the products that I'm applying in the morning. However, there's so much more than just this video which I'm uploading that day, because I'm also using certain products along with it. Now, when it comes to my morning routine, before I'm also recording the video, I'm basically waking up around 6 a.m. Then I'm also walking into the bathroom, have a look at my face, and if I can spot a pimple, which I would want to treat immediately, I'm also going ahead, use a small amount of the cream and use it as a spot treatment, and that's basically it. Then I'm going to let it sink into the skin, go for work, do my workout, and when I'm coming back, I'm taking a shower and washing everything off. This is also where I'm already cleansing my face. I prefer to cleanse my face in the shower so that I can make sure that everything comes off. Then basically getting ready and then also starting with the video. Now, when it comes to what cleanser I'm using, basically mainly around the last weeks, I've been using a gentle cleanser, which varies between also the Vanille Cream cleanser, the ordinary cleanser, as well as the La Roche-Posay cleanser, but also been using in the evening the La Roche-Posay Effaclar Micro Peeling Cleanser, which also includes 2% of BHA, which is salicylic acid. So those are kind of the cleansers. I want to keep it gentle in the morning so that I can prepare my skin also for the video, as when I'm recording a video, I'm just applying those specific products for that specific video. And sometimes if a video doesn't work right away, I have to reapply it more often, and it can also take sometimes 3 to 4 hours depending on how it went. And then I'm hopping into the shower because I've used so many products, and I also kind of sweat a lot because it also takes a bit of energy. And after that, once I'm done in the shower, I'm just going to leave my skin as it is so that it also has a break from the different products. And then in the evening, again, when I'm going ahead and taking a shower, this is where I'm using the La Roche-Posay cleanser, which includes 2% of salicylic acid, and then specifically focusing towards the Pelcure Cream, and I'm using it as a spot treatment. Now, at the very beginning, I use it specifically all around my chin area and jawline, as well as also my forehead area right here, because those were the little bumps. And now, after so many weeks, I started using it more of a spot treatment, and I'm reducing the larger areas just into using it a bit on a finger and just placing it on that specific area. Now, currently, over the time, I've only been suffering from 3 to 4 pimples actually, which I can deal with. It's not a big deal. It's definitely much better as it used to be, and therefore I also want to share with you the before and afters. Now, I've done already a before and after about a month ago, which I can also link in the top right corner, where I talk specifically about how this journey all started, what my skin looked like at the beginning, and also how it went. And in this video, I already mentioned that I started using the cream, but I want to do a specific before and after about the cream and also how it improved my skin. And so therefore, let's have a look at the pictures. Now it all started around week 8, and here you can also see week 8 as well as week 9. And you have also a clear comparison on what my forehead looks like as well as my chin. And you can also see that I have a few pimples here and there, but nothing major. But if you're going to keep a closer look towards my forehead, you can see that there are like little bumps. And this is also what I was talking about. I couldn't really keep them under control, as well as my chin area. And over the time, if you're having a look at week 10 as well as week 11, you can see that it already has cleared up so much. It isn't as ruddy anymore. Those like little bumps disappeared slowly, and I just suffered from a few major pimples, but that's basically it. Now, if you're going to have a closer look at week 12 as well as week 13, this is also where I liked my skin quite a lot because I kept it at bay. Like you can see that my skin is quite even. It has also finally cleared up from those like major little bumps, which I also truly want to get rid of because they were so annoying. And if you're going to have a look at week 14 as well as week 15, you can see again my forehead and chin area is pretty all white. I do suffer from a few pimples, which you can see right here in the picture. And this is basically where I would go ahead and not only use it on my forehead and chin area, but in this case I also had it along my nose. And all what I've done is use a bit of the product and place it on that specific area and let it soak in. Now, over the time of using the cream for quite a while already, I've noticed that some redness sometimes occurred and sometimes also didn't. And since I have a combination skin, usually acne treatments, depending on your skin type, work better if you have more of an oilier skin type rather than having a dry skin. And I have a combination skin. This part right here is pretty normal to dry, depending on the situation. And then my nose and forehead area is pretty oily. So I've never had really any major issues with the cream. It also felt great, but at a certain time when I was using it too often, I basically also noticed a bit of dryness, which is one of like the things that can happen when using certain acne treatments. And this is also where I basically also started adding like specifically a moisturizer into my routine, since this is also where it was needed. Usually when my skin doesn't feel dry at all, I do not really see the need of using a moisturizer. However, the more often I was using the cream, I did notice the dryness, and I basically used the spot treatment on those specific areas and then went over with the La Roche-Posay Ultra Fluid Moisturizer. This is a moisturizer that I truly love, and I'm still using it just because it's light enough to feel comfortable on my combination skin, but it still also adds the specific hydration to the skin what's needed. Now, if you're going to look over the next weeks, like week 16 as well as week 17, this is where my skin was looking amazingly. Like my forehead is clear, my chin is also clear, it isn't as red anymore. And over the weeks, can truly see that I kept it at bay, and it definitely has improved. Now here you can also see week 18, 19 and 20. And this is also for how long I've been using the Pelcure cream now intensively, where I really kept the focus towards the cream itself, mainly also in the evening. And here you can also see a comparison from week 8 to week 20, and you can see again, forehead area has improved, chin area as well. I did also notice over the time that once a month, as a woman, I did notice that I will get breakouts in that specific time, which appear a little bit like before this happens. And this is also something that I wasn't really sure back then, since I had pimples and breakouts kind of like everywhere going on, that it was difficult to see from what it was coming. But since I was able to also keep it at bay, I did also notice at what specific time those breakouts were appearing, mainly also towards my chin and jawline area, and this were basically once a month at least. Now I also took specific close-up pictures of my forehead as well as my chin area over those weeks, which I also want to share with you. Now, I do want to mention that if you want to see a specific picture on how my forehead looked at the very beginning, I recommend you also checking out the video that I was linking before, since this is also where I included that picture. However, this is now from basically week 15 to also week 20 again, where you can also see those like differences. Back then it has already calmed down a bit, since I was using the cream around after week 8, in the week 8, that I didn't do pictures at that time because I wasn't sure if I would do a specific video about the Pelcure Cream, but here I am and I'm doing it. So it started basically at week 15 with the close-ups. So here you can see the forehead area of week 15 as well as week 16. Then also what it looks like on week 17 as well as week 18. Now you can see the little bumps are basically gone, and I do get just a little bit of like bigger pimples, which are completely different to what it also used to look like on my forehead area. And then they are pretty like gone in just such a short time that I'm so impressed with it, because on week 19 and week 20 you can't barely see the major breakout that I had on my forehead. Like, it's basically gone. So the cream was also very effective, and you could also see that the pimple would go away in just a few days. And again, here you can also see the comparison from week 15 to also week 20. Now, I also did take some close-ups of my chin area, which you also can see right here. And my chin area is usually also a little bit more reddish. Now, the redness doesn't really like come from the breakouts like only. It's just this area specifically, as well as around the nose, where I have a little bit more redness going on. But still, I was keep going like with getting breakouts, and therefore I also want to use the cream on my chin area as well. Here I have week 15 as well as week 16, where you can see the comparison, as well as seeing that my chin is a little bit red already like from its own. Then also from week 17 to week 18, it really kept it at bay, and I did also really like the results with it. On week 19 and week 20, I think that was about the time where I had like the once a month like situation going on. And this is also where you can see that I'm getting the breakouts, basically because of that main like problem. But if you're going to compare it from week 15 to week 20, overall it kept it at bay, and I do not get that many breakouts as I used to get. And here you can also see a comparison also from side by side, because I use it as a spot treatment. So wherever I could see a pimple, doesn't matter if it would be also on my chin area, my nose, since this is also like an area that I sometimes get a pimple, also along like the temples. I do get those pimples occasionally. So therefore I also want to take a side-by-side shot. So here you have one side from week 15 to week 20, as well as also the other side from week 15 to also week 20 again. And then you can also see that it kept it quite evenly, and also kept everything at bay and just calmed it down. Now, those are also the before and after pictures which I wanted to share with you. Now, I also do want to address one more thing, and also want to mention what's basically in this specific cream. Since here in Europe it isn't as easy to get a cream, especially also with benzoyl peroxide in it. I know that La Roche-Posay and Paula's Choice, for example, have acne treatments which also include benzoyl peroxide, but they aren't available here in Europe. So if you are in the US, you may are able to also get them in the US, but I couldn't really get them since they do not sell them right here. So I was looking for an alternative, and the one that I could get over the counter was basically the Pulcure Cream, and so that's the one that I wanted to order to see if this also could make a difference. And basically what this cream also includes is also benzoyl peroxide, like 4% of benzoyl peroxide. It also includes 2% of mandelic and lactic acid, 1% of zinc, and 0.5% of retinol. So it also basically says it in German right here on the front, what's basically in it. So I do want to mention the specific ingredients that are in this specific cream, that in case you can't get this cream because it's mainly, I guess, available also in Europe, that you can also look for alternatives which also can like work to fight your acne, that are actual like acne treatments. Since people sometimes believe that, for example, with the ordinary products, they do not really have any acne treatments. And the niacinamide serum that they have is not an acne treatment. It just can reduce it. But if you have like an actual acne problem, I recommend looking for an acne treatment, which you can also use along with other skincare products. And then once you're also able to keep your acne at bay, to also minimize the appearance of your acne, you're also able to focus on more than like basically other skin concerns. So this is also what I wanted to recommend you, because I hear loads of people in my comments that are like asking if this is going to help for their acne concerns if they are using niacinamide and a peeling solution. Well, it kind of can improve it, but it's not going to solve the actual problem. And so certain ingredients are specifically used as an acne treatment, such as retinol, benzoyl peroxide, tea tree oil, zinc, that can really help you to get rid of your acne. If you're using things like the peeling solution, this is like an exfoliator. This works completely different and doesn't really fight the cause. So therefore, I do really want to address that if you have severe acne problems, I'm not calling myself as having severe acne problems. I don't know exactly what it was, but I'm suffering from pimples occasionally. I mean, you can see it throughout my videos on my YouTube channel. But if you really have concerns with your acne, look for a specific acne treatment. This is something that I truly can also recommend you, so that you're also able to keep it at bay and also balance it out. And I also have noticed that over the time, it definitely has nothing to do with what I ate. Like, I can eat so many like sweets. I can eat so many like fatty things like fast foods, sweets like from the bakery. I can eat, I don't know, so many different things. I try to eat healthy. I also ate loads of junk food, etc. And I did not really notice like a major difference to when it would increase in my pimples and when it also would be reduced in my pimples. So this also makes me wonder, like, does this appear, maybe it just does appear because of something else and it's not my diet. However, in some cases, depending also on your acne and your concern, it may become of your diet or the stress or your hormones. And so therefore, I also recommend that it's also important to wash your face well, either with a gentle cleanser or with one with salicylic acid, since this also can be very like, let's say, this can also help you with your acne concern when using salicylic acid, but also keep in mind to wash your face well, to also keep your clothes, your towels, your pillowcases clean, like wash them every few days, so that you're making sure that you're not going to smear around some bacteria which can cause the acne and make it worse, but instead improve it, but also by taking care of your skin. Since especially your pillowcases and your towels, which you're using for your body as well as for your hair and also your face, please wash them every few days, so that you're making sure that there's nothing on it that could make it worse, that it's going to improve. This is also something that I've changed in my personal like routine, as well as I'm still using the omega-3 like pills, which I already mentioned in my previous before and afters, where omega-3 can also help you to improve the skin hydration as well as your skin in general. And I'm still using them, and I'm again not 100% sure if they are working or not, since I haven't had like a real like break where I could notice a difference, but I still keep on using them because I like them a lot and my skin feels great as well. So this is kind of what I was using over the time. Now with my AM skincare routine, this is basically my videos. If you want to know exactly what I've been using over those specific days, please have a look on my YouTube channel, as I'm uploading daily content, and there you will see what I've been using in the morning, whereas I also just told you my evening routine, which is very simple, with a cleanser that includes salicylic acid as well as the retinol cream, and if needed also the La Roche-Posay moisturizer. And that's basically it. Now, this is also what I want to share with you. I do also hope that you find this video helpful, that I could also give you some ideas for what you can look for to also treat your acne concern. Keep in mind, some of the ordinary products, those are not like acne treatments. Please do not confuse them, since it doesn't really fight the actual problem. Now, if you also enjoyed this video, please also don't forget to give it a thumbs up as well as share it. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I do hope that I could help, and I will see you soon in the next one, and happy skin caring. Bye!